We all know the saying, you get what you pay for, but what's really bad is when you don't get what you pay for. Travis Mullis back on the show with Chattanooga Water Heater Company, and he's here to make sure that everybody is getting what they need when getting a water heater. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
You know, whoever thought that talking water heaters would be such a sexy topic?
True.
But it's kind of become one, because I know several people who've had to have a water heater replaced recently, and they'll say, I wasn't quite prepared for that cost.
Correct.
It's gone up.
It has. It has went up. Obviously, you know, we always emphasize on the quality. You know, we've heard that a lot in our conversations, and you know, pick their brain. Pick the brain of the company that you're doing business with to find out, you know, what components are on it. Always call us. Make sure that we're in the running. That way, you know, we can really explain on a better level and scale the difference in the components that exist and why you may choose to go one route over another.
So one thing I'll say, and you hear it in the name, Chattanooga Water Heater Company, this is what you do.
This is it. This is our business, period.
So look at what you're seeing day in, day out. There probably isn't an obstacle you've not encountered yourself before.
Well, it feels that way, but oftentimes when I say that, it's put your foot in the mouth. It's like, wow, you know, and it's mainly just odd locations of some water heaters sometimes.
Okay, well that goes then back to what you wanted to focus on today, is you want to make sure that when people are getting a quote, part of that quote is including an in-home inspection.
Right, so when you call us, you know, we're going to come out and actually look at the water heater, where it's located, what's going to have to be done to actually bring it up to the plumbing code that's within the law. It has to be done that way. Just by giving you a number over the phone, we're not able to see all of that.
Right.
And even, you know, yes, a picture helps, but keep in mind, insulating values of water heaters have made them grow wider and taller. So when you get in wider and taller, that means more modifications to maybe the gas exhaust venting. You've got the copper lines that come in. There's a thing called a thermal expansion tank that's got to be installed. You know, is your ball valve that cuts the cold water off, you know, is it corroded? So, you know, pictures can kind of help, but it's still not going to give us a true visual that we need by using tape measures and all that to give you a true price of what it's going to cost.
Sometimes when you're dealing with home repairs, you have the benefit of planning. Water heater replacement is not that thing.
Typically not.
Typically not.
Yep.
But hearing you talk about how the water heaters, just by the nature, have gotten bigger and wider, if you think yours is nearing its shelf life, maybe have you come out and examine the space?
Exactly. That's a very good idea. I think last time I was on here, I said, you know, take your flashlight. Always take your flashlight with you. It seems like we're always working in the dark out doing these installs, but take the flashlight, look around. You know, if you see any water, any moisture down at the base or anywhere on the water heater, there should not be. Oftentimes we'll have somebody that calls and says, you know, hey, we're getting a little bit of water coming out of an overflow tube, thinking that is a normal situation where it's not. It's actually a safety device, so you should never be seeing water out of the water heater.
Are there some places that people might have a water heater that's a big no-no? You mentioned the code.
Right, so as in code-wise and violation or not, no. You can pretty well have them practically anywhere as far as it, you know, can be attic, can be main level, can be basement. You know, closets, garages. It's really just, you know, kind of a mix. There's not a plumbing code that says it has to be here or there.
Okay. Is there a place that you would really hope somebody would not put one? Upstairs would make sense. Yeah.
Attic is a terrible idea. You know, obviously, you know, to me, I really don't like them on when I say the interior of the home, like within the finished area of the home.
Because
personally,
if there is a leak, it could get out into the surrounding flooring.
In those cases, I'm going to emphasize plan to do a swap out before you end up in a flood mess dealing with your homeowner insurance company to get all that resolved and living through a nightmare.
Do current water heaters have some type of an alarm system on them where if they are overflowing?
So there are some on the market that have that. I don't always suggest it. It sounds like a good idea. What I suggest is actually a separate audible alarm. It's much more dependable. And that is actually just set down at the base of the water heater. It's a very loud alarm noise that goes off. If it gets in contact with water, that's the best thing to have. It's ran off of a 9-volt battery, just like a smoke alarm. Change the battery once a year like you do in your smoke detectors.
Remind me, I have about a minute or so left, but remind me about the importance of warranties and what those actually mean.
Right. So you need to make sure what the warranties cover. Most of the time, it's only going to be parts from the manufacturer. Your plumber that installed it, they're not going to warranty as far as their labor goes, nor is that manufacturer. With us, we match with our parts, tank, and labor warranty is all together. So you're going to get 6-year parts and labor all the way up to 15-year parts and labor.
So just know that's what you're getting when you call them. And the average lifespan of a traditional water heater now
Traditional
is about
tank is about 10 years
Okay.
on average.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's where you will find him. Chattanooga Water Heater Company, that's all they do. ChattanoogaWaterHeaterRepair.com. And on the repair side, he will tell you if he can fix it and avoid you having to purchase a whole new one.